Hey guys, so if you're watching this when it comes up, I will be streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/WildNeptune. Join me there, gonna have a lot of fun. Hey Nevers, it's me, Wild Neptune. No gameplay on this video, and that's because I am done playing Epic 7 forever. Deleted my account done with playing for Epic 7. And now you might ask me, Neptune, why would you do that? And I'll ask you, have you played the game the past year or so? Because if you have, you would understand why. And this video basically be like a timeline of what I believe led up to this decision. So starting with, I believe, going as far back as maybe the main service WC promotions in 2023, stuff like that, where we had a bunch of things happen in the game that raised red flags in my mind on stuff that wasn't really going well with Epic 7 and with Smilegate. Starting with things like, again, small things like kits and animations not being released on time or finished, like Architect Leica's, I believe it was. And then we also had like delayed kits, like delayed update videos and stuff like that. Things where, I was like, something maybe happened before, but it was in such quick succession that I was like, something is going on here. And I was like, at the time, I was like, you know what? They're working hard on the WC, big promotion, right? I can give them a pass, okay? Because I've always said, I believe the actual team working on Epic 7 is a lot smaller than people think it is. But, then we had, like, slightly bigger things, like the summer event with the imprint system, which at the time I was like, it's bad, it could be worse, as long as they don't push it farther. And then they try to push it farther with Awaken Potential, and I'm like, you know what, it's bad, but I actually think that Awaken Potential was in the game right now, the way they presented it, the game would be in a better spot. Not in the long term. I think long term, Awaken Potential wouldn't make the game worse, but in the short term, I think it would have made the game better. And there'd be like really big things like Mashu, Luca, and Tala, three well-liked and respected community managers all leaving at the same time. Now, I don't know why they left, but I do know that they left. This, of course, has also been accumulated with other things and missed opportunities and just things that Smilegate hasn't done or hasn't worked on, like the shipyard, which I didn't really care about because I wasn't playing at the time, but this didn't happen. Like Expo Level 4, which I don't think anybody actually wants, but something they said they were working on, it just hasn't happened yet. Episode 5 being delayed forever. Things like not getting the new Agent Inheritance, which they said we're going to get also. To what else was there? 3v3 arena, like who really cares about that? But just another thing that just didn't happen. To going from 3 EEs to 2 EEs, less balance patches, worse balance patches, smaller balance patches, less specialty changes, worse specialty changes. Did you know one time Epic 7 Smilegate, they said that we want a specialty change every 3-star in the game? And you know what? Since they said that, more new 3-stars to come out than they've actually released specialty changes. And this leads me to Smilegate and the community overall and their relationship. So at the start of Epic 7 in the West, I do believe that Smilegate had a pretty good understanding of the community, at least what we wanted. Of course, they made mistakes before, but I think in general, people were kind of happy with how they were handling things in the game. And for the past little while now, I believe that this has not been the case. With Awaken Potential, it's one of those things where they would have had to know that the community would have been very unhappy with the system, everything like that. Or would they? I don't actually know, because I definitely feel like they've been so out of touch with the community that there is a really, really realistic chance that they just thought we'd be okay with it, or they just don't care. One of those two things, and both of them are very, very bad and very problematic, I believe. In the mind of a player, in if a company is going to make a game good or not, or at least make a game fun or not. Other things too, where it's the way that Smilegate has been like promoting the game now and pushing the game in the direction of just release broken stuff after broken things, and really focusing on like super whale like unit stuff like that, and just like getting new players, and that's it. Nothing like really for the general population of like the average player has been released, I think, in a very, very, very long time. Because, like I said before, new players big money there. Veteran players, endgame for PvP, big money there. Not a lot of money in between there, and that is what, is really suffering in the game. Now, of course, a lot of this can be forgiven, or overlooked at least, as long as the core mechanics and gameplay of the game is good. Unfortunately, it's not. And the community has always had problems with the mechanics of the game, but I do believe now, because of the power creep and overall strength of everything in the game right now, all the problems that we kind of brushed over or overlooked in the past are just amplified, magnified overall. Like, dual attacks happen less often, much more powerful right now. Counterattacks, much more prevalent, especially in this meta today. 15%, much more problematic than it was before. Other like big mechanics like ignore your soul burn, stuff like that, like speed gapping, gear gapping, overall power, everything like that. All the RNG and other factors too are just much, much, much more so a problem than they've ever been because of the stratification, of everything in the meta in the game. And the problem is that because Smilegate has said or proven or has a reputation of not changing these things, that it is never going to get better. Smilegate seems intent on continuing down this road of releasing more broken things, and this just adds fuel to the fire, which is never going out. It's like one of those underground, like abandoned mine fires, whatever, that's gonna keep raging for like thousands of years. And that's really all there is to it. It's a combination of the game not being fun and a history of Smilegate making poor decisions and just a projection of what the product can do in the future, and their precedent that they set of just not improving things that should be improved or changed in the game. Anyway, I'm Wild Neptune. It's been a good one. Not bad.